you should have known I was going to add this Jumbotron to the Detroit Lions Stadium. And thanks to the comic section, because yes, it does cost a crap ton to run this Jumbotron, the SoFi Jumbotron from the Rams Stadium. It literally says right here, SoFi Stadium. And yeah, it is definitely a very expensive Jumbotron to run. I get it. But you gotta just be honest, though. It looks good in most stadiums. It really does. Like, this is a Jumbotron where you could kind of put it anywhere and you're gonna love it. And it's gonna look good no matter what. And that's kind of the same thing here. Now, we do have the metal rod beam that kind of goes across and blocks a little bit of the Jumbotron, but outside of that, I mean, this Jumbotron goes hard, man. And yeah, the expense is wouldn't be worth it. It would cost way too much money to build this Jumbotron. It would take a long time to build this Jumbotron, and then the expense to keep it going and maintain it and make sure it's working correctly, you know, having to fix the panels, the time, the effort, it just isn't worth it. But you know what the good thing about Madden is? None of that matters. Okay? In Madden, none of that matters. And EA Sports, please take notes. In Madden 26, let us do custom stadiums. Okay? I want to be able to make a custom stadium. And if I want to take SoFi Jumbotron and put it in my stadium, I should be able to. Let us do that. This would be so freaking amazing. Imagine being able to build a custom stadium and saying, you know what? I like SoFi's Jumbotron. I want that in my stadium. I want this in my stadium. Like, when you move your transition teams, like, for example, yesterday I added all of New York into Madden. Yeah, you might want to check out yesterday's video. That's the type of stuff that I want to do when I move my team to a different place. When I build my stadium, I want to say, okay, I want to build it with the Jumbotron. I want to have New York City in the background. You know, I want to feel immersed when I'm playing franchise mode. That's how you're going to win over a lot of people who will buy your game every single year, is by just giving us options like this. And if you let this happen in Ultimate Team, I'm going to tell you right now, people are going to spend double. People will spend double the amount of money if you give us this in Ultimate Team. Now, don't ask questions why the Jumbotron support is sticking out of the roof. That, my friend, is a question for somebody else, because I am not an engineer, and I only wanted to make it look good inside the stadium. My job was not make it look good outside the stadium. I also could have made it a little bit lower too, but it's difficult when you have the Jumbotrons be too low, because then they could cause problems with like the punt and stuff. We already seen Jerry's World issues with their punting and how punting works for them. I wasn't trying to have that problem with this Jumbotron. So while yes, there is a circumstance where you could put it there, I just don't think it would be logical. So, you know, you could put lower, but I just don't think it would work out too well if you did put it lower. But for the most part, though, gigantic Jumbotrons, always a yes in my book. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy, but honestly, like, I can't think of one stadium this doesn't work in. No, I was trying to think for a second. I head to the Raiders Stadium, looked perfect. Ravens, Steelers, all of them. I might mess around with Jerry's World's Jumbotron in a couple other stadiums in the future. That might be something we kind of look at too. But Jerry's World Jumbotron, it's not the worst in the world. It just isn't really that great. And it always has problems. So I don't know if I'm going to go with the Jerry's World Jumbotron, but for this Jumbotron, 100% could go. What other Jumbotrons do we have? I don't think we have any other Jumbotrons, do we? Texans do not. The problem is, only teams that have Jumbotrons are teams with non-retractable roofs. Because, like, the Texans have a retractable roof. The Colts have a retractable roof. You can't have a Jumbotron with retractable roofs. You just can't. It would break everything. I mean, I guess you could just mount it differently, but it would be very difficult to have it with a retractable roof. So yeah, Detroit, think about it. This could be you if you stop playing. This could be us if you stop playing, Detroit. After you win a Super Bowl, Detroit, I want to see this Jumbotron added. End of story. I don't care. Whatever the cost is.